Assalamu alaikum, this is Omar, and this is just basically some friendly brotherly advice for anyone who will listen. And first of all, it's for me and with Deen Nasiha. So, Bismillah ar-Rahim, here I go. Okay, Ramadan's tomorrow, so كل سنة وانتم طيبين, Ramadan Kareem. And the reason I'm doing this is every year Ramadan comes and he keeps saying فاهم, I will pray and I will be amazing and I will listen to God and I will do all these good things. I will be an amazing Muslim. And in the end, Ramadan comes and Ramadan ends, and you're left going like, what? Where did Ramadan go, fam? So really, this year I really want to be different. I want to, because really Ramadan's a golden opportunity. It really is, fam. And it's a reason why, fam, it's a gift from God, fam. And when God gives you a gift, you don't go like, no, thank you, God, I don't want your gift. No, you go like, please, fam. So yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we all know, everyone knows this. Ramadan شهر مغفرة. It's a month of forgiveness. الناس بتقعد رقبتها من النار. فاهم, people are excused from the hellfire. Um, فاهم الأجر مضاعف. فاهم الشياطين مغللة. فاهم their effect is the shaitan's effect on you is even less than usual. It's next to nothing. So فاهم it's a good way to, it's a good month to start bettering and changing yourself. But the thing is, you need a plan, you need a work plan, you need a not a schedule, but you need a work plan, fam. Because if you don't know what you're gonna do and what your aims are, you'll get lost and you'll get muddled up. So 6 things. You might find more stuff, whatever. Fam. Bismillah ar-Rahim. First one is salah, fam, the prayers, fam. For people who don't pray, okay, people who go like, fam, dude, like I don't pray because that's not what Islam's about, man. It's about like all the spiritual stuff. It's cool, but it's about like being yourself. No. Okay, yeah, Islam's all about every good and decent thing that mankind has ever known. Yeah, fam. But you have to, fam, you have to pray, fam. It's a fact, fam. And people who can't, fam, who say these things, fam, I don't need to pray. Well, they're not bad people. They're just, fam, they understand. They're far, fam. So please make an effort, fam. Then you have people who don't pray, but they go like, fam, I don't pray. I know it's wrong, but I can't help it. Something's wrong with me. What, am I evil? Okay, just because you think, if you think that way, then you're not evil. You just need a little push. And Ramadan is an amazing push, fam. Just put in your mind that, fam, it's easier to start doing good things now, and fam, you will never put out a hand for, and fam, you will never ask God to guide you, and God will never not guide you, fam. If you're true, if your heart, if your intention is pure, God, inshallah, will guide you. So yeah, if people don't pray, guess what? Start praying. There are some people who pray like and they don't really pray Fajr. So people who have problems with Fajr, little dua, little pure intention, get your alarm clocks, get your mobile phones, fam, and you find out what time Fajr is and make an honest effort. People who do pray 5 times a day, mashallah, yeah, gorgeous, fam. Try to pray as much as you can in the masjid. Try to pray as much qiyam layl as possible. And of course, Tarawih, fam, من قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له وتقدم من ذنبه. It's a huge ajr, fam. So you have to try as hard as you can to get that ajr, fam. Ajr, fam. Arabic English. So yeah, that's number one. Basically, bottom line, prayer-wise, whatever you're doing, whatever your level is, bring up a level, fam. And really, قيام الليل, really, fam. I remember one of the Salaf saying, قيام الليل, يعني شرف المؤمن قيام الليل. It's not a hadith. It's a scholar said this, fam, and I think he's right, fam. Also, because anyways, second thing is, that's number one, prayer. Number two, fam, Ramadan شهر القرآن. Yes, fam. إن أنزلناه في ليلة مباركة. Yes, so fam, sees the people like to, people read the Quran sometimes only once a year in Ramadan, fam. Yeah, that's another topic, but really, fam, a lot of people don't know how to read the Quran. They don't know the rulings of tajweed, fam. They don't know tajweed, fam. You have to learn tajweed. As a Muslim, you have to learn it, fam. And seriously, Arabs, you have absolutely no excuse. You have to learn tajweed, fam. And believe me, it's really easy, fam. In fact, like it later becomes hard to read, to read in Arabic without using tajweed, fam, because becomes like second nature. It's the way the Quran is meant to be written. So it meant to be recited يعني فاهم. So yeah, فاهم, find a sheikh, let a sheikh come over. You could go to a masjid. A friend could teach you, or your parents, anything, fam. And fam, just if there's a will, there's a way, as they say. Another thing, people sometimes read the Quran like it's a newspaper. It's not a newspaper. It's a very personal message from your creator to you, fam. So treat it as a very personal message. I mean, and you, if and try to contemplate and meditate on the meanings of the Quran. If it talks about Jannah, think. Don't just say Jannah is a good place. I would like to go to the Jannah. It's a very. I think that is a good investment of my time. I think I'll go. Well, yeah, but also like if I'm trying to feel it, like fam, the Jannah is so gorgeous, and God promises this to people who are good and have pure intention or have good hearts and whatever. Anything you're going through is worth the Jannah. Whatever you're going through, anything you're going through, any hardship is worth the Jannah. Also, same thing with hellfire, fam. There is no woman or sum of money or any bad deed that is worth going to hellfire for. So just an honest effort, fam. Try to think and reflect upon the ayahs. Also, if there's an ayah talking about the manner, how the mannerisms of a Muslim and what Muslims do or Muslims shouldn't do, try, fam. How could I work, how could I live by this ayah, how could this where did this ayah fit in my life, fam? All these beautiful things, just think about the Quran, fam. Fam, it's a miracle for a reason. It has so much meaning, so much depth, and you never fam. Yeah, so basically learn how to read the Quran and read it fam, with your heart, not just your mouths. Third thing is hifz. If you've memorized the entire Quran, mabruk, you're amazing, fam. Fam, keep revising, fam. If you haven't, especially people who haven't memorized anything except Al-Fatiha and قل هو الله أحد and قل أعوذ برب الفلق وقل أعوذ برب الناس, try hard, try to memorize as much of the Quran as you can. Remember the أجر مضاعف وفي بركات وفي الشياطين, fam. Try really hard. Fourth thing is stopping bad habits. People who do bad things, remember, fam, if you smoke, if you have bad relations, everyone knows what they do. Everyone knows there's something that they do that God doesn't like, fam. Fam, it's a really good time to get straight with God, to get close to God, just for the month, fam. God, let me worship you properly for 1 month. That's all, fam. And inshallah ربنا يفتح عليك بعد الشهر, fam. God is generous. So yeah, fifth thing, عمل البر, fam. Go to an orphanage, play with the kids, make a contribution, any charity, even if it's half a pound, fam. Remember, أجر مضاعف. So also people who have bad relationships with their parents, فاهم, ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه, فاهم, people who have bad relationships with their brothers in Deen or their siblings, فاهم, إنما المؤمنون إخوة فأصلحوا بين أخويكم, فاهم, try to make peace with your family and with your friends and even with your non-Muslim friends, fam. Everyone around you, your immediate surroundings, fam, and you try to be as good as a person as you can. If there are any old feuds, remember, fam, it's not worth it. Try to make peace, fam. Spread the peace among the land. I know it sounds cheesy, but really, if everyone thinks that way, anyways, last thing, dua, making prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fam. Just remember, الثلث الأخير من الليل الدعوة مستجابة, at the last third of the night, the da'was are, fam, they will be answered, and before, if you're in the mosque, the masjid, between the first adhan and the iqama, the dua mustajab, the da'was are answered. So fam, try to make as much da'wah for yourself and for your family and for the people and for the ummah, because the ummah is going through the worst period of its life, fam, since there was an ummah, fam. So pray that all this confusion about religion and all this propaganda about Islam, and a person was just telling me about fam, how they're teaching them that he's in America, they're teaching them in a course, history course, how Islam is fam, it's all war and killing and blah blah blah. So fam, if you take this golden opportunity to try and better ourselves, fam, better ourselves with God and with people, and inshallah Rabbina will grace us with the end. So that's 6 things. Prayer, bring it up a notch. Reading the Quran, memorizing the Quran